Mm-hmm. If you hold me, if you hold me tight and don't let go. All right. Walsh or Teddy, mate? I'm going with Walsh, but don't judge me on that. Don't ask me. I don't know. How you doing, Brian? How you doing, mate? I think it could be both as well. I'm going Huddy Young to LeBron. LeBron James? LeBron James? Is that who you mean? How we doing, lads? I really need to get my second monitor set up. How you doing, Bejenius? Potentially no Tallis this week. Why? Why is that? Wait, who do the Souths have then? Storm. That makes me have an inclination to hold Suafa'alogo. Let's have a look here. So my trades are looking like Walsh. I brought in Drinky, but I think I'm going to reverse that for this week. I don't know. It's an interesting... Oh no, these are my trades so far. I've got... So this was what I had. Hopewadi, Turbo, Fa'alogo out for Couchman, Walsh and Drinkwater. Per NRL physio. That's fine with me. I mean, even if that's the case, it depends how long he's out for, but if he's... Where's he gone? Where's Tallis Duncan? Am I blind? Oh, he's here. It's in my centers. So Holmes can just come in for him anyway. You know what I mean? Key on edge. Pull the trigger on those 3 trades. Yeah, I'm happy with them. Really happy with Toby Couchman. I think he's, in my opinion, I think Toby Couchman is now very close to a must-have. Yeah, it's just insane. If you look at the stats he had against the Warriors at Warriors home, it's insane. The guy played 80 minutes, 56 tackles with 2 missed tackles, 4 tackle busts and 2 offloads. I mean, if everyone was so big on Twal, I mean, I don't think he's going to get 80 minutes again. He could, but even off 64 minutes, the guy's, I mean, in 64 minutes, he got 4 less tackles than what he got in 80 minutes. If he can continue with a bit of tackle busting and offloading, I mean, it's getting pretty serious. Key on prop, you think? So yeah, Walsh is the big one. 4 trades left. I definitely think Hopewadi's an out. I am not sure about Fa'alogo. I really, like, not yet. You know what I mean? There could be better ways I can do things if I reverse them. So I think I want to hold Bostock for the whole season. Even though I miss out on him this week, the team can score lots of points. He could easily get an 80 to 100 on a week. Couchman and Wilson, I'm going to hold. Oh, Tallis Duncan's out. Like, actually already listed out. Right. So go Willison, Tarpanay, Robson, Hines, Valentine Holmes comes in, and then Farlogo, and then we leave Robson out. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow, didn't see that coming, eh? Confirmed. Yep, confirmed. Jeez, that is very unfortunate for people that just got him in, eh? Man, I did say it. I mean, I can't predict that, but I never thought he was a trade in anyway. He made so much money, and he got a couple of 100 pluses here and there, but he's quite inconsistent. I think you would have been better going Olakwatu. Easy to say now, though. Let's see. How many trades do you guys have left, by the way? How many trades are we looking at? I might do the intro. Is it 358? Yeah. 358. How many trades are we looking at having left, lads? What's the go? Any boosts left for anyone? Symphony. All right, I'm going to do the intro, a bit of a chat before the team lists come in, and then we'll get started. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Wolfie here, and of course, another live reaction to... got to go back. Got to record. Going back. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 4. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Wolfie here, and another live video. We have the round 21 team list coming out just any moment, any minute, and of course, trades on the way for me. Likely boosting this week. That'll be my last boost I have from 7 to 4 trades. And a lot of decisions to be made. Do we pod? Do we go for the Reece Walsh play? Tallis Duncan also listed out of this week's game. Just found that out from a chat member. Thank you very much. So that gives me a bit of inclination, possibly, if Latrell Mitchell is not named, which I don't know if he will be, maybe most likely not, to maybe hold Suafar logo for this game. A Rabbitohs team that's leaking some points lately. Yeah, they can get a win here and there, but the defense isn't there. So, that's going to be something we really, really want to discuss. Or is Suafar logo a trade out immediately? So you have to weigh it up here. We're going to wait for team list to see what happens, because that will obviously impact a lot. If you are watching on YouTube, thanks for being here for the live video first and foremost. But if you're just watching in general, like, subscribe, and of course comment for the algorithm. That really does help. And if you're listening on audio or Spotify, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify for audio, 5-star review, that really, really does help. So thanks for all the support there as well. Honestly, can I be honest with you? I started just randomly doing the podcast. I was like, I might as well put it there. Started off with like 10 to 20 streams, and I was like, that's cool. Gone up to about 100-ish now. So thank you to each and every one of you that just, open it up, decide to click on my podcast and have a listen. For those that didn't listen to my previous video for the wrap up, had a bit of a rough round. 1,060 something. Marky Mark was my captain. Nwanga Nitawaze thought he'd go absolutely massive against the Melbourne Storm, who were depleted. Didn't happen. It is what it is. We've got trades in the bank. We go hard, and we don't give up. That is the key. We do not give up for the whole season. Let's get into it. NRL team list round 21. We've got the Eels versus Panthers. Inclination into my captain for the week. I am very strongly considering just straight captaining Nathan Cleary. But let's see what happens here. Eels star playmaker Mitch Moses returns from a corked thigh. That's good, because sometimes he misses a tackle, so that could be even better for Nathan Cleary. 5'8" Ronald Volkman suffered a head knock against the Roosters. before the bye, but he's been cleared of concussion protocols to take place. Luca Moretti also returns from a concussion on the bench. Don't need to talk too much about this Parramatta team. If you've got some of them, an Isaiah Iongi, possibly a Jack Williams, Kelma Tuolagi, if you're crazy enough, good luck. This could be, I would dare say, this could be a very, very big game for the Panthers after a bit of a shocking loss to the Brisbane Broncos, and they'd want to steer the ship back to the winning lane. Panthers here, Ivan Cleary sticks with the same 19-man squad that went down to the Broncos in a tight one. Mitch Kenny could still be a couple of weeks away, while Jack Cogger will be available for selection in round 22 after a 2-game suspension. So Supercoach wise here for me, if you're a Casey McLean holder, this is the game you got him in for. Good luck. Same as Thomas Jenkins. Hopefully he has a stronger game than last week. But the biggest ones is obviously Brian To'o now getting some Supercoach points in. Do they go right a bit more? Is he just going to be a recipient of some easy points? We'll have to wait and see. But again, this should be a pretty decent Panthers win, in my opinion. Look to see for the weather and that, but yeah, I assume Panthers bounce back and win by like 22 points. Let's go to the next one. This will be a very nice one. Very close match, in my opinion. Knights versus Roosters. Roosters not playing great footy. And Knights, although the attack is there, I'd say they're very similar teams. The attack can be there, but the defense can let them down at times. Fletcher Hunt comes in at centre for Dane Gagai, and the only change to Justin Holbrook's starting side. Interesting. So that means that the left side of the Roosters will, I guess, be better for attacking. So it's the likes of Billy Smith and Daniel Tupou could be a very, very nice pod play. I spoke about that in the video before, where I like both of those as a possible little pod picks. Billy Smith has been doing wonderful things as well. Cody Hopwood returns from a calf injury on the bench, while Sandon Smith is named in number 14, and will be hoping for game time this week after going unused against the Sharks. James Tedesco, he's back on deck. A big trade in this week for a lot of people. And centre Rob Toya returns after being given a post-origin rest last week. Cody Ramsey and Hugo Savala moved to the interchange. Again, even Rob Toya could be a bit of a pod play. James Tedesco, completely up to you on this one. I don't know how I feel about it. He's so cheap, $576,800, 48 break even. I mean, he could come out with an 80. He could come out with another 57 like he does. He could come out with a 120. So depends what type of Tedesco. Maybe wait 1 week or go for it and see how you go. But yeah, nothing much else there to talk about with those players. Supercoach wise for other players, if you've got a Sam Walker, obviously you're holding. Again, I like Billy Smith, Rob Toya, and Daniel Tupou as a bit of pod plays. Naf White has also been really good as of late, and just a really strong forward pick. Nat Butcher's been on sort of like a talk here and there. I'm not massive on it, but 80 minutes, getting some easy tackles, that could be good. And obviously with the Knights here, you'd want to see a win here after some close weeks. Callum Ponga, he's the go-to fullback pick at the moment, in my opinion. Just does everything for them in attack. Greg Marju, great hold if you did. I traded him. It hurt really bad. So you have to wait and see this week how that turns out for you, or if you're going to sit him. I completely understand that with the likes of Billy Smith and Rob Toya defending edges. Nothing else to talk about, to be honest with you. Stock standard Knights team, stock standard Roosters team, be a good battle. 6 p.m. Friday, the 24th of July. Rabbitohs Storm. So Tallis Duncan is out and no sign of Latrell Mitchell still. Matt Duffy in the 1. That's good to see. Cameron Murray will also miss the game with a calf injury. That came out after I finished my video where I was talking about looking at getting him. Really tough to see there because he was actually someone that I was possibly looking at. Hubner is the new lock, while Latrell Sigwalt comes in at centers. So if you did hold Latrell Sigwalt, congratulations, because he's back in. Nice to see. On the starting side for the Rabbitohs, back rower David Fifita has been named pending an appearance at the judiciary on Tuesday night, where he is seeking a downgrade on a grade 2 dangerous contact charge. I think he will miss some time, I dare say. You think Latrell may not play again this year as per NRL Physio's latest post? Wow. Well, if that's the case, load up on Latrell Sigwalt. No, if that's the case, that's unfortunate news. I think he could be somewhere in the finals return. Like if they get to the finals, and he comes back healthy, he could play then, but we'll have to wait and see. I think David Fifita will miss some time. What I saw on the video, I would dare say it should be 1 to 2 weeks. I could be wrong though. Jaden Sullivan returns from concussion on the bench, while Bronson Garlick is the new face on the 6-man bench. Also, hello Snoochon. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for chatting. Nice to see you again, mate. A huge boost for the Storm with Jerome Hughes back. Another inclination, I guess, into why I will maybe hold Suafaa Logo. After missing one game with a hamstring injury, Trent Talau slides to the bench. The season-ending Achilles injury to Will Warbrick sees Moses Leo come onto the wing. Angus Hinchy joins the bench for his second NRL game after debuting in round 2 against the Dragons. Yeah, big chat here is, do you hold Suafaa Logo? It's such a hard yes or no answer. It really is. I mean, South, I think for this game, I'd be holding Suafaa Logo. We've got Jerome Hughes back. We've got no Tallis Duncan. Latrell Mitchell still not back. They're letting out points. They just lost to Canberra Raiders at Canberra Raiders home. They're still letting in points. Even if David Fifita is also out there, some big outs there. So for me, I just think this could be a bit of a tackle busting game. It doesn't mean Suafaa Logo is going to go ahead and score 3 tries, but I think he's just going to get an easy 50-60, and maybe that's what we need in this period, and we can wait 1 week. However, you could move Sua to a Tedesco and make some money. You could move him to a Scotty Drinkwater, make a bit of money. So if you need the money and you feel like you want to get off him early, go for it for sure. All right. Let's go to the next game. The Raiders versus the West Tigers. 3 p.m. GIO Stadium. Unfortunate news, Hudson Young out for the rest of the season. People trading in Simi Sasagi. I'm not as big on it as other people. I think the Canberra Raiders draw is a bit harder than what people think. And because of that, I think they're just looking at the Canberra West Tigers game and they're like, oh, I've got to jump on here. But if we look at the Canberra draw over that period, next week they have Penrith away. Then they have Newcastle at home. Then they have Sharks away. Then they have Broncos at home. Now that game, Broncos may need to win that game to actually get into the top 8, depending on how they play with the previous 4 games. Then they have a bye. Then they have North Queensland away. So still have a bye on the way. Have a pretty hard 3-4 games out of the 4 after this week. I mean, some people will say, Newcastle will still let up points. Broncos will still let up points. That's completely fine. But with a bye in there and Penrith, it is a bit tough. Maybe it's just a sit and start thing, but you're not sit and starting Sasagi, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And if you want to jump on someone like Simi Sasagi, go for it for sure. Again, let's get down to this. Owen Paddy serving. Oh no. Owen Paddy serving a 1-game suspension. Tom Starling starts at the hooker. I'm an idiot. In my draft, I think I've just traded out Starling because I thought, I'm going to have to change that. Pending trades. Here we go. Cancel. I cancelled it. I had Tom Starling to Kurt Donahue. Well, we're going to cancel that and get Starling straight in. Boom, chicka wah wah. Jaden Bradley joins the bench. The loss of Hudson Young to a season-end Achilles, which we know about, sees Zach Hossing slide to second row. Morgan Smithies lines up at lock. Matty Nicholson has been added to the 6-man bench for his first appearance of 2026, and Seb Chris also joins the bench after recovering from a hamstring injury. Interesting. Adam Dewey and Latu Fino have been listed among the reserves pending their judiciary hearings on Tuesday night, so stay tuned for that if you're an owner of one of them. Javon Andrews will be the new halfback on NRL debut should Dewey fail in his downgrade attempt, while Jock Madden is part of the 6-man bench. Patrick Herbert returns from a shoulder injury in the centres. Sunia Turuva moves from wing to centre, Junior Tupou, mate, there's so many changes here for the West Tigers. It's like a roulette wheel. Junior Tupou and Falatina Tavana are the new wingers. Starford To'o moves to the interchange, and Hamasi Makasini drops to the reserves. Great. Us Makasini owners, there you go again. Api Coruscant is back in the starting side after coming off the bench last week. Ethan Roberts has been promoted to start in the back row with Sione Fanu going to the bench. Bunty Afoa is back from suspension for those of you that own Bunty Afoa. Bulldogs versus the Warriors. Here we go. 5:30 p.m. This is going to be a cracker of a game, actually. Skipper Stephen Crichton is back after being rested last week following his injury scare in round 19 when he lost feeling in one arm. Sean O'Sullivan moves to the bench. What? No. That's bad coaching, man. Sean O'Sullivan moves to the bench after his starring role in Crichton's absence. Crichton should just be in the centers and... What? Sean O'Sullivan should just start. He's good. I feel like that's very bad. But we'll see. Star back rower, Viliami Kickout returns to the starting side after coming back from injury via the bench. And here we go again. Josh Curran moves to the interchange. Jed Reardon is the new face on the bench. No changes to the starting side after the win over the Dragons last week. Murata Niokore has been added to the six-man bench in place of Charnze Nicoll-Klokstad, who wasn't used in last week's match. Great for my draft there again. Supercoach wise here, are you looking at someone like a Khan Pereira? Not this type of match. If you've already got him, lock and load. This could be a low scoring match for some of the Warriors players, like even Tamari Martin, who had a bit of a drop off last week. Interesting to see sort of Matt Burton, that kind of matchup there. He's been great in the centers, and we know he can score points out of nowhere. 110 in his last match, Supercoach wise. Jacob Carraz, this will be very physical for him, so see how he holds up injury wise. In that sense, what are we looking at Supercoach wise? If you didn't go Jacob Preston, can you go him now? Well, you can. I like other 2RF picks. I'm really hot on Toby Couchman at the moment and Tino Fa'amausola'i. I think they're the two guys that you can sort of make a decision with. Jacob Preston, for me, he just needs an attacking stat, where Tino and or Toby Couchman, they don't need it. Duncan, 2 to 3 weeks hamstring. There's my trade. There's my trade. He's gone. He's gone. I'm getting rid of Duncan. No need to have him. That's the money I needed, and that's exactly what I mean about Supercoach. You know, you get these random injuries, and all of a sudden, you've got a bit more money to play with. So Duncan will be going for me. I will not be holding him, especially with a hamstring. That'll go straight to Toby Couchman. Then, why am I trading? What do you mean, why am I trading? It's short term. It's also a hamstring. So that can be an easily repeatable injury. And coming into the end of the season, being round 21, 22, 23, he will come back in round 24. Let's have a look at who they're versing. Against the Bulldogs away, New Zealand at home, then Gold Coast away, Sydney Roosters. I'm just going to go out and say, I think I'm just going to get rid of him. I'm running a second row of Hosking, Preston, and Fermor. Wow, Daryl, that is quite a pottish second row. I like that. How are they traveling for you? That's the real question. So Duncan now is worth $733,600. He's made me a good amount of money. I can go straight from him to Toby Couchman, who can virtually offer a bit more than what he does on a basis. Obviously, Tallis Duncan can have a bit of a higher ceiling, but I think this just feels right to me. Turbo to Walsh, Duncan, straight to Couchman. And do I even need to boost now? 100,000 in the bank. Tell me what you think. So we'll have to see there on that one. Sorry, I'm going all over the place here. But that's feeling good to me now on that. Going back to the game, Supercoach wise, I think we're still avoiding James Fisher, Mitch Barnett, and Aaron Clark in the forwards category. You could still make a bit of a play on like your Khan Pereiras if you want. I don't think this is the game to do it. Bulldogs, again, they versed the West Tigers, so I don't know how you want to read to that when they lost to the Raiders and they beat the Tigers. So is that the Raiders playing really good footy, or Bulldogs just super inconsistent when they verse a bad team, they just win? So this game will be the tell-all for them. If they get out of this with a win, which they easily could, then load up. There could be some things coming to the end of this season. Cowboys versus Broncos. This is an interesting game. Which Broncos team are we going to see, and which Cowboys team are we going to see? Now, I was chatting with my mate. I think this is going to be quite a score fest. Jake Clifford has been recalled to partner Tom Didden in the half, so Jackson Purdue now moves back to center. Thank you very much. It should always be like this. Zach Laybutt goes to the bench. Tom McKaylee's return after missing a week due to concussion sees Griffin Neem slide to the bench. Sam McIntyre drops to the reserves. Brendan Piakura sidelines. Xavier Willison moves from prop to second row. I think that's a good thing. And Preston Rickey starts in the front row. Hooker Billy Walters is primed for his first NRL game since suffering an ACL injury in last year's final series. Cool. Supercoach wise, look, there's a lot to unpack here. If you don't own Drinkwater and you don't own Reece Walsh, could you go both? For sure. If this is an absolute shootout, both should score pretty well. A bit of a pod for me. Well, there's two. One, a lot of people talked about Braden Burns. Josiah Karapani could be a bit of a pod if you dare go there. Maybe you're just relying a bit too much on Broncos' one win against Penrith, and because it's Penrith, you're like, oh, they're going to be the best now. So we'll soon find out. But with the return of Payne Haas, Patrick Carrigan, Adam Reynolds, these type of players, they're a premiership team at the end of the day. If they can string some wins together, it can actually get deadly for other teams. I think you can wait one more week on Drinkwater. If Cowboys come out and they don't play that great, it's going to be pretty awful for you. But I just think if you get him in, you'll be happy with it as well coming into the future games. Why is Duncan out and how long for? Hamstring injury, 2 to 3 weeks. Hamstring injury, 2 to 3 weeks. So whether you want to trade him or not, that is completely up to you. I am very high on trading him now at the moment because of just money and having stacked teams. You don't want that type of money sitting on your bench, in my opinion. If you don't have a lot of trades left, though, you're going to hold him. But for someone like me who has 7 trades, I think I'm going to trade him out. All right. Anything else? Dragons Titans, 2 p.m. Sunday. This is going to be an interesting game. I didn't trade in Keanu Kinney last week. I reversed the trade. I'm thankful for it. We'll see how he goes this game. But I think Dragons are going to get this win. I really, really do. They're playing a lot better footy, and I just think they're going to get the win. So we'll see how we go. Fullback Clint Gutherson will play his 250th game. Jalen de Groot comes in at centers in place of AJ Brimson, who suffered a Category 1 head knock. So that means Valentine Hone's side, he is going to have a bit more run here. He'll be going into my starting team for sure. Bench forward, Kurt Morin returns from a leg injury as well. This could be a big game for people that held Ryan Couchman, people that have Hamish Stewart, people that have Toby Couchman. This could be absolutely massive, this game. I'll be playing all of them. Besides Hamish Stewart, who I don't own, Valentine Holmes, Ryan Couchman, and Toby Couchman will be locked and loaded. Going to be interesting here. This makes me feel like Tino Fa'amausula'i. This is going to be an interesting game for him. Really interested to see, without the line break and sort of the attacking stats, what he scores here. Ollie Pascoe, he's been good. So if you've still got him, you're holding him for this one. Let's just double check though. Sam Verrills is still in the 18. So lock and load on Oliver Pascoe for sure. Cooper Byrne the 17, again, you little animal. He keeps ruining my team each week. Little Leilua, Josh Kern, Jacob Halangahu on the 14 to 17. Sure. Tino or Toby is the question. Up against each other. I'm going to go Toby. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm going to go Toby. All right, let's look at the next. Manly Seagulls versus the Sharks. Jeez. Leo Hopewadi, he's currently in my team and I'm trading him out. I think that's the right move. We've got no Turbo. We've got no Ben Travojevic is back. Okay, interesting. So Lehigh Hopewadi takes over at fullback from Turbo. Interesting because I thought Kula was going to go fullback, but he goes to the wing. Josh Folletti is the center. Ben Turbo is back from a concussion, so Ethan Bullymore slides to the bench. Fletcher Baker and Blake Wilson are the men on the 6-man interchange. Hooker Nicholas Lanaz has been named in the number 14 as he chases the first game. Oh, that's not good for me and Jake Simkin owners, right? Okay, so Nicholas Lanaz has been named in the number 14. He is a hooker position, and he chases his first game as a Sea Eagle and second career game after debuting with the Cowboys last year. Not good for Jake Simkin owners right there. Jesse Ramian returns after missing the win over the Knights due to illness, and prop AFB has been named despite battling a pectoral issue last week. Bench forwards Sifa Talakai and Jesse Colahuna are back on deck. Supercoach wise, this could be a really interesting game. Sione Katoa, Ronaldo Mulatalo, whichever way it goes, these guys, either of them could go big here. Going to be the big story for me is the Eagles defense. It's really dropped off in the last few weeks, and now I think some things are going to happen. I really do think either we're going to see the Eagles really, really fall off, or they're going to turn it around this game and it'll be a very close, tight-knit match. So we'll have to wait and see. Blake Brayley, is it time to go him? I don't think so. We've got the likes of Owen Paddy and Pascoe doing big things, even though Paddy's missing out this week. But yeah, it's so hard when Tom Turbo goes down with the hamstring injury again, and the team has some more shakeups and chemistry that they really need to focus on, because Tom Turbo comes back, they look goodish, he leaves. Maybe they'll look better. Who knows? Supercoach and NRL is a funny thing. And that is it. That is your round 21 team list, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. If you have any questions, chuck them in the comments below. For those listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much for listening. Hope that gives you a bit of an insight to the team list this week, maybe a bit of insight to who you're picking. Again, 5-star review really does help. Or if you think it's a 4.5 or a 4, just a little review, it does help and go a long way. So thank you. I'm going to continue on here and there with some questions from the live chat, and if there's none, we're going to end and wrap this up. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Wolfie from the Rage Traders. Peace. All right, laddies and ladettes, thank you so much for watching. If anyone has any questions in the live chat, please list them below. If not, thank you so much for being here. You from 4,000 to 2,900, but you also have Tino. You have true trades, and we'll have to hold Duncan. Wow. Got one trade left now, guys. Where have all your trades gone? What is going on? We've got what, 6 rounds left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys are aggressive traders, aren't you? So with that news, guys, Toby Couchman comes in. I'm then going to have, I can go Surfar logo to Teddy. I think that is a tiny bit sideways. I really, really do. Traded Makasina to Targo and Targo to Dane Jennings. Oh my gosh. What top rank you realistic for now? Use my... Look, if I can finish the season around anywhere between 4,000 to 6,500. Okay, let's do this. 4,000 to 7,000, I'll go, okay, I had some shocking things happen to me. It's been a rough season. At the start of the season, I went completely in for these scoring changes and it backfired on me. I readjusted okay. I had a lot of things not go my way. 4,000 to 7,000, I'm happy with. If I finish outside of 10,000, I'll be a bit like, okay, I definitely could have done better. So if I can get in between 4,000 to 7,500, I'll be a happy chappy. I remember last season when I finished 560 whatever, I flew from this ish period, like round 22, round 23, because I had a bit more trades than everyone. I started flying in the ranks. I remember for the last 2 or 3 rounds, I had Trey Fuller and he was popping off. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, Moon. How are you doing also, Moon and Co? Is Simi or Lucas more of a trade-in? I would definitely lean with Lucas. I think that's a pretty easy answer. The price difference is there for a reason. Although they're versing the West, I mean, it depends. If Canberra turn up and all of a sudden are an NRL team, for sure. But if you look at the stats, it's Lucas all day. He's getting tries. If you want to take a bit of a gamble, Simi Sasagi, sure. With the Hudson Young injury, maybe that just solidifies him even more. But I think he was always getting 80. But maybe he has more runs here and there. Again, they have Penrith next week, Newcastle at home, then Sharks away. So the next 3 out of 4 is actually quite tough for them. So I like Newcastle a bit more. So for me, my team in the running at the moment, use 2 trades this week. We have gone Tallis Duncan to Toby Couchman and Reece Walsh from Turbo. I think I'm very happy with those trades. I can tell you right now, I am straight captaining Cleary. I'm not vice captaining. I'm sick of it. I don't care. Unless it's pouring down rain, that's the only time it's going to change. I'm just going to go with Cleary. If he gets me an 80 to 100, boom, going next week. I'm not thinking about it. I'm sick of going, oh my gosh, Keanu Kinney's versus the St. George Dragons or Turbo's versus the Gold Coast Titans. I'm just sick of doing it. I need to learn from it. This week, it's a simple one. I'm not even going to think about VC loops. I'm just going straight for it, eh? I really am. I don't even like anything else. Maybe Walsh or Drinkwater could be a play this week, but I just don't know how that game is going to turn out. Honestly, I'm just going to stick it with it like this. Traded in Hudson Young last week. Now I had to trade out using 2 trades. It happens, man. It sucks. Surely you want Farlogo for this week for Rabbits missing Murray. I mean, Murray's not the big thing. It's more Murray, Duncan, and then also maybe David Fifita. Like, that's a lot of outs. And I think he's just going to get a lot of tackle busts here and there. So I'm definitely holding him for now. Not having Drinky is a bit scary. I could easily go Bostock or Hopewadi. Wait. I can do it now because of Duncan. Hold on. I can go Hopewadi. Move up Jenkins. Drinkwater. Wait, did Scotty Drinkwater have kicking last week and only got 47? Huh? What happened there? What happened there? We all captaining Val, right? Oh gosh, don't you speak that to me. Don't you put that into the air. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Do not speak such blasphemy. That's crazy talk. I don't know if I need to be putting in Drinkwater now. If I could hold off Drinkwater now, I could go... but I feel like I have to get rid of Lehigh Hopewadi, right? If David Vita out, any chance Keon goes to the edge? I think they already said he was going to the edge in the team list for memory. I'll tell you right now. I'm pretty sure he's already gone there, mate. I think he's gone there already because of Tallis Duncan. Back row name pending an appearance way seeking downgrade. Carol's also. Wait, didn't it say something about Keon here? Or maybe someone said it in the chat. Sorry. No, someone was saying that in the chat. So hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. Walsh or Teddy? I think it's Walsh. Reason being, I'll give you a bit of a reason. Here's my reasoning. Mostly all the attacking plays run through Walsh. But with the Roosters, you start noticing that they love doing these little chip bombs that go to the edge to either Tupou or Mark Nawaqanitawase. So in attacking, I just feel like it's going a bit against like Tedesco, where he isn't just the main guy anymore. It's now DCEs. They saw a bit of a drop off, and even with the new ruling system, it still goes to the center, then it goes to the wing. And if it doesn't, it's because it's from a kick from Sam Walker. Now, Teddy could easily come out and dominate this week. Don't think I'm not saying that, but I haven't seen it all season. I haven't seen it recently. Plus, he's still coming back from like Origin, where he didn't look good even through the Origin period. So I think it's just Walsh. That's just me. Keon will play edge for Feeder is charged at Judiciary tonight. Not sold on Drinking yet, and Clifford back will lose the goal kicking. Yeah, I agree. I think the safest play for me right now is most probably just what I have here. Hines, Willison, Couchman, Suafar logo. I can still trade out Hopewadi. Do you guys think Hopewadi is a must trade out? I think he is. Who could we go to though? We could go to Tino. We could do a double whammy. I think Tino's a bit sideways. Not sideways, but just doesn't feel right. So yeah, I could go to Simi Sasagi. Hey? Do you think I could go Simi Sasagi from Lehigh Hopewadi moving up Jenkins? There's a lot I can do here. So why don't we have a little look since we're all just chilling in chat right now. So Lehigh Hopewadi comes out. Jenkins moves up. Now, I really want to get Jermaine Asako for the run home. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I really want to get Jermaine Asako. We could even just do a trade to make money this week, but I don't think you need to do that straight away. I also don't have Hamoli Olakawatu, but it's too late. I think it's too late for sure. I just can't afford them. So there's a lot I can do here. Dolphins have a really, really nice run home, eh? They have St. George next. They then have Broncos at home, Manly away, Parramatta at home, Sydney away, which will be tough, and Gold Coast away. Don't you want to be a part of that? Oh, that's going to be scary to watch. I want to have Bostock and Asako. Yes, I agree on Asako. I think, how much is Hopewadi going to lose this week? 87 break even. I can't. The problem is I have to play him this week. That is the only problem. Whereas I kind of don't want to, but maybe I should. You know, the way Supercoach has been going for me this season, maybe I just play Hopewadi and he'll snag a try or something. So that is all I'm thinking about right now. Or is there someone we can go to? I mean, I could get Tedesco in, right? Wait. I could go Teddy Walsh. Teddy Walsh. Oh, God. Wait, people are bringing in Ponga this week. Interesting. That is really interesting. I did not expect that. They have Broncos away, Canberra away, Manly. It's most probably Ponga, Drinky, Walsh. I think that's the top three. Maybe Teddy. You'd play Hopper? Yeah, we'll wait and see. Maybe Hopper, like, if he doesn't do... Okay, so this is the worst case scenario. Hopewadi comes out, he scores 20 to 40 points. The break-even's 87. I lose a bit of money. Next week, he's gone. I bring in Asako, I bring in Drinkwater, and I downgrade. Or I wouldn't bring in Drinkwater. I'd bring in Asako, and I'd downgrade someone else. Then I can look at maybe getting whoever. Really, doesn't matter. I think that's going to be my play. Hold up trades. We've still got 5 trades with a boost. The boost will need to be used next time we trade. And then sit tight with 2-ish trades. Maybe even next week we won't need to trade anyone in. Maybe next week it's just like, what a great week. And there's no injuries. Did we think about that? So yeah, that's my thoughts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I'm going to do Tarpanay and Robson. Surely something will go wrong there. Willison, Couchman, Hines, and Far Logo sounds great to me. Interesting. Hello, Fanatics. How you doing? Josh, how you doing? Is Semi a buy? I think you mean Simi Sasagi. He could be. You're in a new room. Yeah, I moved houses. Correct. Yeah, I'm still in the process of moving, but yes. As a Garrick owner, if Fogarty keeps missing the goal kicks, hoping he gets it back. Well, I was a Garrick owner last week. I traded him out for 109 that he got last week. That's good to know. Yes, 100%, but I don't think they're going to score a lot of points against Sharks is what scares me. Then they have a bye. Oh, they have a bye next week. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, let's just have a look now. Let's have a look at some trades we can do because we can put Lehigh in the flex, the replacement for Lehigh. Let's see if we can find a pod right now where I don't spend too much money and it could work out and we could go a bit poddish here. How does that sound? Let's go. Let's just keep looking. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to go picked by teams. I'm going to go down. Let's have a look. See here. Let's start at 10%. And let's just see if there's anyone that I'm like, whoa, what? Okay. I'm just going to say Noah Martin could put on some serious points in these next few weeks. With the Hudson Young injury, he's owned by 8%? What? Excuse me? When did that happen? Walsh is in my side, Rip. I just traded him in. What do you mean? Is Simpkin a hold? For now, yes, but I think if now that Kieran Foran's brought in a replacement on the bench, a substitute, I think that is kind of like saying we need a bit more oomph in the hooker position once 50 or 60 minutes comes along. So it could be close to the time to going like Blake Brayley or something. Walsh did me dirty and cost me 2 trades this season already. Don't you realize I captained him 2 weeks in a row for less than 60 points in each week? Where are you ranked now? Not good. 11,000 or something, I think, from memory. I didn't score well last week, and I was at 8,300, and I lost about 3,000 spots. What about you, my bro? How are you going this season? I know Lucas will be carrying your ass. That's all I know. I'm gonna get Lucas all season. Lucas. And he's carried you. What about Casey McLean? 130 break-even. Jeez. Wait, Tino's 636,000? Let me look at Tino for a second. This could be a little play here. I know he got a line break and a line break assist and a try assist. A line break and a try assist. What's his minutes looking like? 62 minutes, but the 2 weeks before he's gone 48-41. Sure. I don't know how I feel about it. It was against Manly. Haas, Simi, Walsh, or Teddy? Haas, Simi, Walsh, or Teddy? Okay, I'm going to put this in the best way possible. You want to be consistent and you want to have less risk, you're going Haas. If you want high scoring and a possibility for a 120 and a captain, you're going Walsh. Good luck. Worth ripping my team apart for Lucas was meant to get Young in. How many trades do you have left and what do you mean by ripping apart your team? Also, we could get Selwyn Cobbo next week and Asako with the boost. And we could just run rampant on a Dolphins play. Wait, that sounds off its head. Next week, we get rid of like a Tarpanay, right? We nuff him. We run with Colo and Terrell May. And then, but then they have the round 23 bye, West Tigers. We have to be aware of that. But then I have Couchman. No, wait. I have Couchman. But I can swap him. Oh, I like this. Oh, and I have Wilson. What am I talking about? Tarpanay comes down. We get enough. We get 300,000. We then get rid of like Hopewadi. That'll give me 400,000, 966,000. Who else can I get rid of, man? What's going on here? Suafar logo? Oh, I'm gone. My team's done. Why would Tino fit better in my team than Toby? They're the exact same positions. What do you mean by that? They both have front row forward and 2RF duality. Toby has better base. Toby just played 80 minutes. I don't know what you mean by that. And you're scaring me in a multitude of ways. And that scares me. All right. I think that's it. Maybe we'll play steady this week. If Hopewadi does crap, Hopewadi does crap. Whatever. If he does bad, he does bad, man. I can't swap him. Do you know what? If Cooper Buy is destroying my team, I could literally move him and play AE and just hope my AE would be better. But no, whatever. I'll just leave Hopewadi in. Interesting. All right. Good luck, everyone. I think I'm going to call it there. If you have any more questions, now is the time to ask. If you do not, the stream shall be ending. I feel two dragons in your team is enough. Well, Couchman's just a flat 60 to 70. I don't need to worry about him. I'm getting the other Couchman, and Holmes is just a sit and start. Like with Valentine Holmes, if you look at the St. George draw, I don't think I may play him on the Dolphins. I'm not going to play him into the Sharks. I'm going to play him into the West Tigers, of course. I'm not going to play him into Bulldogs. I might play him into Manly, and I'll definitely play him into Parramatta. So he's just a bit of a sit and start. It's at this point of the season when there's no buys left for that specific team, who I'm playing is really, it doesn't matter. Toby Couchman and Ryan Couchman, they're just base beasts and they're playing incredible. So forget about... And also Tino got 100 and something points with a line break and a try assist. Like, he's not getting that every week. That's the way I look at it. Hey, do you have a social media, Instagram? No, I don't. I'm not really big on that. I don't have enough time. It's not that I'm not big on that. I don't have enough time to focus on it. Not yet. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. This is what we're doing next season. I thought about it in my head because I went to the movies. I don't know if you guys have seen the Odyssey movie. Amazing movie. You guys need to go see it. If you haven't seen the Odyssey and you like fantasy style movies and like Sparta and all that stuff, go see the Odyssey. Absolutely amazing movie. But this is what I've decided for next season, what we're going to do. So next season, we're going to do a prediction every week. And basically what happens is the person that gets closest to the score will get 3 points. Now, let's say someone scores 100 and one person scores, like a person gets 99 and another gets 101. Both of them would get 3 points. And we're going to have a full leaderboard. And at the end of the season, the person with the most points is going to get a $250 gift card to Gold Class Movie Cinemas. Then second is going to get $100. So that's what I've decided on doing. Instead of doing like merch and being like, hey, you get a football or hey, you get a random hat. No, we're not going to do that. So we're going to do like a prediction. Each week will be a different player. And we're just going to see who does the best with guessing who's closest in the Supercoach scoring. I'm just going to have to figure out how we're going to get it all set up in terms of everyone's name and user and how we're going to marry that up, and obviously how we'll update it in the start of the season. But that's what I'm going to do next season. I'm pretty pumped for that, and I thought that would be a really, really cool thing to do. And honestly, if someone didn't get to join in the first or second week, they could literally join in on the third and fourth week of the season and still win. Like, it'll still be up for grabs for sure. So yeah, it'll be insane to see. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I thought it would be really, really cool. Anyway, that's it, guys. 4:46 p.m. for me. Good luck this week. I think I'm going to hold tight with 5 trades and a boost left. Round 21. Cleary will be my straight captain. I don't care. I'm not overthinking it. Wait. Toby Couchman? Captain. Jokes. All right, I'm not doing that. God bless everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting as always. Love to see you guys all in here. If you want to join the Discord, it's in the description of my latest video. Go join, come join. It's completely free. We chat in there about all the mishaps of Supercoach and stuff, and I will see you on the next one. God bless. Peace.